Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 8 December 2022, 6:53 PM and I'm in a huge rush. That's for two reasons. One, as I mentioned yesterday, I want to make sure that I get to the gym as early as possible. Today is going to be a nightmare because I have to, after editing this video, which is like editing is kind of like a 30-minute process, I have to make one more edit for the full-time job. Speaking of full-time job, today naturally was a full-time job heavy day because yesterday was a dad's work heavy day. So universe has its way of balancing things out. That's what we are. But it was a dually full-time job heavy day in the sense that I woke up at 8. I slept one additional hour today, and then I got to doing I think 2 or 3 episodes of show 2, and I was addressing some of the queries from the production internally. That is one thing I have to still take a note of. I haven't, but in between that I was dragged into just working for the full-time job. One video which was a 10k follower video, and then just like a while back I made one more revision on it, so that is supposedly true. Other than that, as I said in yesterday's vlog, this is one big hero video that I have to work on for the next couple of days. I did get the slates by like afternoon, so I spent the whole day trying to figure out how it can be done. And basically when I saw I don't think I can show the slates here. It's going to be kind of confidential though. I think I can show the first one. So in order to have that continuity and that story that I wanted to have like in 3D, for me to achieve that, it wouldn't just work if I had those planes here. And yeah, now that I have been through that process, I know that this is what I probably have to do in order for it to work. So if I take this down and I move the camera, what I was trying to do initially I want to have a movement like this when I go into the depth here, and then on top of this bridge I wanted to have a road, and that road was the one which is connecting to the next slip. That I will have to let go of because this mountain in the front, how do you model that? I mean, there is probably a way, and there's probably an easier way to do it just using curves, and then I couldn't figure out how to model this particular thing. I'm sure if I spend enough time, I can figure out how that can be done. Like putting this texture on is not a problem at all. You can just put it as an image texture and just adjust the UV coordinates a little bit. It'll look fine. But getting this geometry, like the depth as you're moving across, like you cannot just see a balloon underneath, right? You have to actually see those crevices and troughs. And on top of that, this bridge, modeling that bridge and going on top of that bridge is gonna be like a 1 week long process, and I have like time till tomorrow. So I am still gonna use Blender for this project. I'm trying to stay away from After Effects for this particular project, but what I'm gonna try and do is arrange them in 3D like this, and try and do as much work as possible with these. Like over here I could just probably do maybe a side to side, or let's say I go a little inside and then there is things here, and then I could do a side to side parallax. Or yeah, I could probably do a thing going from here to here until things get visible. Yeah, that's one nice thing. So yeah, just like a little bit of parallax. So for parallax, the things in the background will have to move a little faster, and the things in the foreground will move slower. That's the situation. The other complex kind of situation was I had to get into, there were fights happening with one person from my team and the solutions team, and I wouldn't say that I resolved the fight or anything. I just did my classic thing that I can do, is like, what is the problem at hand? Let's try and figure it. But for some reason they weren't getting figured. So I just did whatever I possibly could, and as a result of that I have to now edit one video and give, which is not getting done. But yeah, why am I documenting this? Because that's the entirety of In the Khud. I want to look back at life and be like, okay, there was this time where I was doing this job, and this was part of that job. So we've hit 5 minutes, and as I said, I'm in kind of a rush. So thank you so much for being in the Khud. I appreciate you so much. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.